There's no
Oh.
dot. There you go.
No, it is.
That is recording.
No,
I
it's
will
recording.
go. Have fun.
Bye-bye.
Right. Thank you, B.
Bye.
Right. So, anything else we want to cover before we jump in, guys?
No, it's just sort of.
Right. Okay.
Oh, that's how I do
Here we
it.
go then.
Cool.
Right. So, welcome everyone to a critically average adventure. This is a campaign called Seraphina. It's a Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition campaign that I am playing with my friends, and these are my friends.
Hi.
Don't all look so enthusiastic, guys. Come on. Right.
Tired.
We're just very, very glad to break your game.
Yeah, good luck with that. You break it, I can break it even more.
To be fair, with the stunts we pull in Pete's game, do you really think they're not going to apply here?
He's frozen. He's run away.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I'm back. Sorry, glitchy.
Yeah.
I don't know what's with my internet at the moment. It's meant to be good internet.
And I take you didn't hear anything that I just said.
I heard something about something we're doing out of the cold.
I said, seeing all the stunt we pull in Pete's game, do you really think they're not going to apply here?
Yeah, I know, but we don't break the game there. He manages to reel us in somehow. I'm trying to do that with you guys, and it's working so far. But I've been
If you
kind
ever do
so
something
far.
too much, you just go jetpack, quit it, and I'll quit it. Great.
That's all right. I don't want to impede on your creativity. I want you to embrace it. Right. So, where we left off.
I won.
So, recently you set off on a chase down of the bandits to Grovewatch Bastion after some interrogations. Upon arrival at Grovewatch Bastion, you discovered that they weren't really bandits after all. It was the town guard led by Corbin Crestfall that had arranged the whole thing. And after a short conversation that ended with Knickknack and Nazum failing some stealth checks spectacularly, combat ensued. A lot of fire, a lot of arrows, a lot of death, including the death of one Nazum, who has now been buried on the edge of the forest by Grovewatch Bastion. You all stayed at the tower and you took a long rest. You gathered yourselves once again. You lined up the dead. You decapitated Corbin and brought his head with you for further questioning later on, if there are those that you could find that might be able to cast such magics. You looted as much as you could. You found some useful potions. You found a particular interesting amulet on the body of Corbin. Nazum was resurrected in the form of a tin rat, thanks to Knickknack and his machinations. And after a long rest, became.
Sorry, Bean's texting me.
What did she say?
I just want to thank you for saving us. And she went, no problem, but don't ask me again. That was scary.
God, it wasn't that traumatic, I hope.
No, I can just imagine. I can just imagine Bean going.
She does have that effect on tech.
Yeah. Like,
I can just imagine her like pressing the buttons with a stick.
Every recording Pete's ever made ever.
Don't.
It's all just
She presses
gone.
one button and then it just erupts into smoke. It's like
everything is gone. It's all gone. The last 3
Don't.
years is just dust.
You are where she's still listening to us.
Well,
We
yeah, the
cannot
whole
hear
thing's
her.
being recorded. She'll be able to listen to it. We'll all be on recording anyway.
We're recording. She'll hear. She'll admit it.
Anyway,
My apologies.
it's okay. After a long rest, you gathered yourselves and you decided to return back to Silverfern. Reinforcements from a message that you sent with links did not arrive. and you decided to make your way back towards Silverfern. You started trudging through the woods, trying to retrace your steps back. However, Luck is quite familiar with the area to a degree. So it has been a relatively simple return journey. However, on your return, you were accosted, you were followed, you were spectated by some kind of flying tree squirrel cat creature. That took a particular interest in you. Oh, also you picked up a hand from the body of Nazum. A undead crawling hand broke free from what was once Nazum's foot, or wrapped up in leather, and as a replacement of foot. It did not perish with Nazum, and continues to follow you with intriguing curiosity. And so does said creature that you encountered in the forests, this flying squirrel cat-like being that seemed to want to play. And you did play. You challenged it to a race back to Silverfern, and you made chase. All of you, apart from Knickknack, who was more interested in finding links and continues to do so, a couple of 100 feet behind. And Misk, in the end, was victorious and achieved breaking the tree line to the south of Silverfern before the rest of you. And this is where we pick up on the approach to Silverfern.
Where are we exactly on the map?
So if we were to go onto the map, you would be... Oh, I've rotated the map, haven't I? Whoops. No, that's upside down. There we go. So you would be probably about here, where the deforestation begins. So you've just crested around here. It's getting late in the day. The sun is setting once again. It took you the best part of the day to get back. Even after a long rest, you set off probably just before lunch. And it's taken you to this time to return to town.
Are we going to check out the trees to make sure they didn't all get like chopped down or burnt or harvested or something while we were supposed to be watching them?
Do you want to make your way over to the group? So, look, in your hands. Well, no, because they broke free, trying to catch up with Misk. Our little fey creature dots about. Misk has broken the tree line and stands there. Misk, you're taking deep breaths, catching your breath after what feels like a very long sprint. Luck, you slowly meander, not far behind, catching your breath, looking around. The night sky is starting to go that deep purple violet hue with that orange crest along the horizon. You can see the hills in the background that lead off into mountains behind the fall of Silverfern. To your west, you see further tree line that carries on up towards a hill with a ruined tower. On the west, you know, beyond the trees is the Silverfern Grove. And further north, you can see upon a hilltop a mill. And just through a small valley, you can start to see the buildings of the town.
Can I collect or new friend, fey friend creature? Like,
Yeah, as you go to approach, do you attempt to pick them up again?
if he's willing, like I offer him a
They
hand.
during the race, you kind of scooped them up as you were running through.
Hmm.
Now that the race is over and play has kind of come to a pause, the creature kind of layers back a little bit and kind of jumps a bit away. It's like jumps 5 feet back. It's like,
Oh. Oh, sorry, little one. I thought you wanted some more cuddles.
it kind of jumps onto one of the nearby tree stumps, giving itself a little bit more height, because you are quite a towering individual above it.
I'm crouching. So
Okay. Even so, even when crouching, you are still looming over this thing. Knickknack,
Yes.
you are about 200 feet behind. There is thick brambles that you have decided to steer west of. You are still within the canopy. Light is getting dim here. No more sunlight seems to be streaming through from the gaps in the canopy below as the sun is setting. It is getting darker. What are you doing?
Well, I'm still heading towards them, but I'm kind of looking around for my little red and blue flashing lights,
Okay.
because they should stand out in the dark.
All right. Make me a perception check.
Because I'm good at them. 6.
No, you stare through and you see branch after branch. You see undergrowth. You see vines. You see other creatures. You see birds. You see the odd rabbit sprinting through the trees. You see squirrels running up.
Ooh.
You see eyes darting around in the darkness, the glint. But you don't see lynx. You don't see any red or blue flashing lights.
We should probably do some dinner. So I'm probably going to pick a squirrel and throw a dart at it.
Okay. Roll me an attack roll, please.
25.
25. This unknowing squirrel has become essentially a dartboard. And as this dart
Because
just
this
goes,
is my returning dart.
yeah.
It's not a very heavy squirrel. Will it just, can I basically, get over here kind of?
So what you're attempting to say is that the dart goes in, darts the squirrel to the tree that it's clung onto the side of, and then as it returns, pulls the
Brings you the squirrel.
squirrel back with it to you.
Yeah.
On a 25, I'll say sure, yeah, why not? Let's say your darts have little barbs on the end of them, so they pull back whatever is attached to them.
Small hunting dart.
And you catch this corpse of this little squirrel.
So I'll hang that
Lifeless in
to
your
my
hand.
belt for dinner, ready for dinner.
And you've got a snack. Anything else?
But I'm still sort of, I'm not running like they were, but I'm still making my way through the forest after them, because at heart I'm kind of a city goblin, not a foresty goblin.
Yes.
And I'm here on my own, and I don't have Robo Lazoom.
So you continue to meander now through the dim light, through the trees, making your way in a northwesterly direction. Misk, you're victorious.
I look down at the cat thing, and the first thing he does is literally like the stereotypical. Sorry, my scarf went up. And I look down at the little cat thing and be like, I won. You may call me Ellie. Do you have a name?
ask.
Can I call you Pretty?
You don't ask a Fae their name. That's just
I
rude.
said, can I call you? I never asked its name. I said if it has one. Do you have a preference for what I call you?
It seems to be pausing in wait of suggestion.
I said, can I call you pretty?
What about feather?
Oh. Oh.
You can blame me. He's as light as a feather and just as fast.
Oh.
Oh, you mean faster than a feather?
Oh.
How about I do?
Oh.
It's I use Irish for Sylvan, and I named him. I said, what if I just call you second?
Stop antagonizing him, would you? How about Pearl?
Oh.
You don't like pearls? I see that. Green, perhaps?
Solisu.
Huh?
Sylvan for lightning.
Oh. 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 Oh.
You said you're
Fire
fast.
gets a little bit disinterested and kind of turns around and hops onto another tree trunk and starts hopping from one to another.
How about we just call him Jumper?
Hopper would be a better word.
Yeah, and he starts to continue. They start to continue hopping from one to another.
Hopper's good enough.
There doesn't seem to be a particular direction. They're just hopping from tree trunk to tree trunk to tree trunk, moving their way around.
How about a hopper? Do you like hopper?
It's just hopping, disinterested now at your name recommendations.
It disliked them all, I suppose.
Yeah. Oh well.
Can you all make me? I say all. Can Misk and Luck make me a perception check, please?
Perception, yeah.
Is
23.
Okay. Misk.
1. I'm still looking at the weird cat thing.
Okay. Sorry, Knickknack, what were you about to say?
I was going to say, is Robo Nazoom with them? Because he was running, he was chasing.
He was running.
I know he was a bit behind. But I don't know if
I would say at this point he has emerged from the forest behind them. Yeah. And kind of just stands there motionless, awaiting
look at
further
Nazoom.
instruction.
I look at Nazoom. Where's Knickknack?
Oh, sorry, no, that sounded too similar. Like I just wanted it to be like the creak of metal. It sounded too similar to the baker. Kind of just turns its head back towards the forest.
You gonna wait for Knickknack?
So he understands language.
Yeah, he understands common. I'm an
Yeah,
artificer in
can't
another
speak.
thing.
He understands
can't.
all the
Back
languages
towards
like,
the forest.
yeah.
So I suppose he speaks common and goblin.
No, he doesn't speak at
No,
all.
it can't speak,
But it can
understand.
You know what
understand
I
all
mean.
the languages that Knickknack speaks, so he can speak Common, Draconic, and Goblin, or understand it at least.
Yeah, can understand them, can't speak them.
You gonna wait for Knickknack?
Look, it kind of just looks up at you and lowers its arm and stands stationary.
You want to come with us, Lagai?
Kind of looks up like this thing looks as motionless as it is being. It looks horrifying. This is a metallic rat with sharp, straight whiskers, with like jaunty, sharp metal fangs, glowing big red eyes, ears that don't really match, that seem to be smashed out from drums of bold pewter or iron or something like that. It's a scary looking thing, but it doesn't seem to be moving in a threatening way. And it just sits there patiently, waiting. Further instruction.
I don't think we can give it orders.
No. I'm going to fetch Hopper in case it touches the thing and burns
Oh yeah, I'm
itself.
staying like 6 feet away. COVID rules.
Knickknack, does your steel defender know your location at all times?
It certainly doesn't say anything about that.
Okay, cool. So just remind me, steel defenders.
It obeys my commands.
Yep.
In combat, it shares my initiative and takes turns after me.
When it's completed its command, what does it do?
So by default, it takes the dodge action and
Yep.
can make attacks of opportunity, and that's it. So it can
And
move.
moves
It
on
can
its
move
own.
of its own. So if they walk off, it would probably follow them,
Okay, so it
but
would
it can't attack. It basically takes no actions that I haven't instructed it to take unless I fall over.
So if it deemed necessary, as allies of Knickknack, it would follow them
Yeah, I
rather
would think
than stay
probably
put.
yes.
Yeah.
It can
Okay.
only do whatever it wants if the master is incapacitated. Which in this case is Knickknack.
Yeah, but the master isn't present, so therefore it's going to do what it would think its master would want them to do. It's completed the race. It is now going to continue to follow you two. Luck. While Misk continues to follow and stare and watch at this cat-like creature jumping from trunk to trunk, continuing to suggest names, and each being more disinterested than the last.
Just one point, he says, at least you went third, and in Sylvan, and points at Luck, and Luck hasn't got a damn clue what he just said. He just says something and points at Luck.
Luck, you kind of take a double take hearing your name, like seeing being pointed at you, but then you catch on your eye at the top of the tower here, well, at the top of the hill by the ruined tower here, and a few along here, you see torchlight, and you can make out figures.
She's going to fetch the little fake creatures, like trying to protect it in a way because she's not entirely sure what's going on. Like
they're probably a good 100 feet away from you from here.
She would have followed it as it went in, hopping and jumping and everything, and like
kind of putting yourself between it and them.
Yeah.
Please, can you keep the light on?
You can't hear anything between them, but you can make out that there is conversation happening between some of them, especially the ones up here. You see them talking to each other. You see one of them turn tail and run back down towards the town, and the ones along the ridge here remain.
Hop, come here, please. I don't want them to hurt you. Hop.
I just go, unfriendly mortals.
Completely ignoring you.
Oh, yeah.
Luke, I just say in Sylvan, unfriendly mortals.
Looks up at the individuals on the hilltops.
Luck is offering a place to hide. Like
vanishes.
He just poofs.
yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna name him Poof.
You do not hear a response as you can no longer see nor hear.
Just out loud, Misk just goes, I'm gonna name it Poof.
And yeah, it is gone. You look
Poof
around
cat.
you and you cannot see the creature. It has disappeared.
With my dark vision, do I... No, wait, hold on. Do I have a dark vision? I think I have dark vision. Yeah, I do. Do I see like faces that I recognize?
Not from here.
Okay.
Knickknack,
Yes.
you continue to make your way through the trees. And probably about 60 feet in front of you, you see a figure.
Can I make out who it is? Or
They appear to be humanoid in nature, and as you get closer and you kind of squint your eyes,
I will
it looks like
I would probably start sneaking up on them purely because I have now realized that I'm in the forest on my own with none of my friends around. So I will suddenly go into sort of little urchin protect mode and try not to be seen.
okay. Make me a stealth check, please.
Stealth check. 18.
18. Okay. You see what appears to be Luck. You
Okay.
see Luck standing towards the edge of some trees. This seems to be on the edge of a clearing.
Okay, I would probably, just because I've already got into sort of sneaky mode, I would sort of sneak up to try and be like, so what's happening from behind sort of thing.
Luck turns around, looks to you, and turns back around and points further on, past the trees.
Towards what?
You look up, you follow where she's pointing, and you can see the glowing lunar light and the reflection of silver ferns in the distance. You believe you're coming up to the edge of the silver fern grove.
Okay, I'll carry on that way then.
Luck nods,
Um,
and she starts to walk.
okay. What, alongside me, sort of thing.
Yep.
So where are the others? And have you seen Linked? Because I've not I can't find where they've gone.
Luck shakes her head and shrugs.
Okay. I probably need to put a little bell or something on it. I thought the flashing lights would help see it at a distance. Do you know anyone in town that might be good at magic and be able to talk to dead people?
Luck kind of puts her hand to her chin and rubs her face a little bit. What's your passive perception, please, Knickknack?
9.
9.
As is my passive insight. I'm never going to notice.
That's all right. Okay. You continue on walking for a little while, and you start getting closer and closer, and you can start to see that glow on the undergrowth as the leaves shine down on the ground and it spills out along the wet forest floor. It starts to become the dominating light in the distance.
Okay. Are we?
Can you make me a perception check, please?
A perception check. I rolled a 19, so 18.
Okay. As you walk, the leaves and the twigs below your feet crunch and crack and snap and crease. And you go, that's funny. And you kind of, and you look next to you and you look at Luck. But as she walks, there is no noise. There is no cracking of twigs. There is no crunching of leaves.
That would probably interest me to the point where I would sort of shut up. And as we're walking, I kind of want to see if any, if she does step on a twig and it doesn't crack type thing.
Make me an investigation check, please.
Investigation. 12.
12. Okay. The what was it? Sorry, 12.
12, yeah. I rolled a 5.
Okay. No. You watch carefully, and it's almost as if her feet are landing in perfect positions as to not step on twigs
Anything,
or
yeah.
rustle the leaves. She, like, from what you can see, she's being very careful with her foot placement as to not make any noise,
Okay.
as if almost being intentionally stealthy.
Okay.
What's your AC?
16.
16. Okay. You continue to walk through the woods. What's your passive investigation?
17.
Okay. You continue to walk with Luck in tow. And as you fall a couple of steps behind, you start to see as if the light ahead, it's almost shimmering through Luck when you squint your eyes, as if Luck were almost a little bit opaque. So your AC was 16.
Yeah. I can boost it with catapult, with shield though. But that's assuming I notice something.
That's if you know you're
Yeah.
being attacked. You feel sharp teeth sink into your ankles. And you take 2 piercing damage.
Displace a beast into the forest.
And then what's your passive perception?
9.
Okay. And you feel this sharp biting into your ankles. You step forward, you turn around, and you see
Yeah.
nothing.
There'll be some swearing in Goblin. Maybe a bit of draconic thrown in.
As if maybe you just stood on something really sharp, but into the side of your legs. It's really...
Has Luck stopped or just carry on walking? Well, I'm sort of swearing and jumping around and rubbing the
She's
ankle.
carried on walking.
Okay. I'm gonna follow, but I'm probably gonna focus more on the ground to sort of see if I can work out what pricked me.
Okay, make me a perception check.
16.
Okay. You start making your way forward and you're searching around. Don't see anything as of yet in your eye line. Anything that could have been that close to have attacked you. Like you look at your leg and you see like sharp like indentations where teeth have bitten into you.
I'm kind of assuming at the moment that I've stabbed myself on a sort of a sharp twig or something.
Okay.
You know, have I walked into some bramble type? You know.
Well, with that investigation check, though, you like looking at your wound, you would have been able to see that this is more teeth
Okay.
than wood. You would assume that if something had like sharp twig, that there'd be remnants of the twig still stabbed into you, but this
Okay.
was something's rushed in and bitten you.
As far as I'm concerned, I'm heading towards the clearing in the grove. Is that right? That's
You're
where
approaching the edge of the grove, yes.
yes. I will move a bit faster. To sort
Okay.
of try and catch
Can
up
you
with
make me a dexterity saving throw, please?
a dexterity saving throw. 11.
Okay. You run forward and the ground disappears beneath your feet. And you fall into a pit.
Would this be the same pit that we fell in last time?
Yes, it is.
But
But you were looking around and you couldn't see the pit. The pit wasn't there, but you are now on your back staring up at the pit. But the pit wasn't there before. There was definitely ground. But now you're in a pit.
this is not going well. Hey, Luck, can you help get me out?
Do we
You look
hear?
up and you see an image of Luck looking over down the pit. Looks back, turns around and walks away. Misk, Luck. How are we getting on? What are we doing?
Do we hear anything? I mean, do I hear anything on,
No,
on the edge of my?
Not from
on-
this distance. No.
Shouting. I thought we were keeping an eye out for the people.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah. So are the
Indeed.
people getting closer?
No, people aren't coming down to you. They're staying where they're at.
Luck
I
is
have an
going
idea.
to go
I go
lead
get
them.
my guard cloak and I do the like the people what they're named. The people who fight bulls and just go. One of you.
Yeah, Luck is wearing a
And
coat.
you see somebody pull out from the side and reply in the same gesture, and you see the glowing crest
Friendly.
The
Hopefully.
silver fern guard cloak flailing in the sky. It's at this point that you start to see more individuals running up along the top of the hillside, along here and along here. You see some glowing cloaks, and you don't see, and you see individuals
I just
without
go,
glowing
where's
cloaks.
Liam?
I'm here.
Need to talk to you.
You hear from a calling out over on the eastern
Liam?
ridge here.
What's going on here?
After last night, we've had heightened security measures.
Come down and we need to talk to you. We might have solved your problem.
No, you come in.
What's going on?
You come in.
Okay. I walk forwards.
No, Locke is going to grab Ellie, like,
It's Liam.
careful.
Just then the Misk voice comes through. It's always careful. Just walks forwards again.
You went down. You were not careful.
That fucker was bigger than I thought he was.
You always chew more than you can.
You've known me for 3 days.
Yeah, and that was enough. Isn't that telling?
As you approach a little bit closer,
Mm.
on top of this hill, Luck, you can make out what appears to be the figure of Mara.
Mara,
Yeah.
what
I
are you
have a
doing?
report.
What are you all doing outside?
What happened?
Do I?
We were gathering at the barracks and you ran off.
While we were in Grove Watch Bastion, saw bandits leave with a bunch of stuff, chased bandits, found out where bandits live, set fire to where bandits live. Also weren't bandits.
Were they not?
No, I think you should come with us. It's better if we show you.
Who has Corbin's head?
Knickknack.
Yeah.
That's why I haven't mentioned Corbin.
Technically, it's in
It's with Nazoom.
it's Nazoom's pack, but yeah.
None of us know that. Is there anyone here that's like, I'm talking to Liam, but is there like civilians about?
There doesn't appear to be any civilians. It does seem to be mostly, from what you can tell, guard here.
I need
There seems to
talk
be a
to
lot more of a
Liam.
defensive perimeter after,
Liam,
well, I say last night. Well, yeah, last night.
Liam, what I'm about to tell you is a little bit could cause problems.
Then we should have conversations in private, I think, rather than in front of all the guard.
Waiting
Mara?
on Knickknack.
Mara looks down to you.
Maras can come.
You'll follow us
Just
to
don't
the
think I
barracks
should shout
now,
this.
and you'll tell us everything you have seen.
What's going on?
Heightened security, they don't know what we know. So I think they should know what we know.
You can report back at the barracks.
Meet you there. And then they start running off to the barracks.
Slow down.
I want to get this over and done with.
They're
Slow
all kind of
down.
waiting for you.
I
there's
forget you're
a
slower.
line of guards along
I
here.
run
there's a line
at
of guards up
Luke's
here.
No.
speed.
Jack, please slow down.
My apologies.
And they're waiting for your approach.
This is too fast.
Knickknack.
Yes.
She said Jack, so I'm shutting up.
You start to hear what sounds like purring. But it's not a pleasant purring. It's like a hungry growl of a purr. And you see 4 sets, or 2 sets of 4 eyes of a bluey emerald hue peer over the crest of the pit, staring down at you. Long whiskers, little red nose, long ears.
It's the same thing that everyone was playing with earlier, yeah? The gubby nose, or is it? Has it changed at all?
Make me a perception check. Actually, make me an investigation check.
That's better. 25.
It looks similar, but it isn't. It has similar features to the creature that the rest of them were playing with earlier. However, this one's a little bit more rough around the edges. This one seems to have a thicker fur. It's more matted. It has fangs where before the last one didn't appear to have any kind of teeth. It has a long, almost fur-like beard that stretches down where the other one had a more rounded off face. Where the other had whiskers coming off of its eyes, this one just has them drooping down from its nose.
So,
There's something more sinister about this one.
Are you like mummy or daddy?
And it jumps down at you for a natural 19 and is going to bite at you and jumps down into the pit.
So is it? It hits a 19.
It rolled a 19.
Okay, so with plus, so if I get to
with
20,
a plus 2, 21.
So I can only get to 21, so that's, yeah.
Okay, so for 20, yeah, so it rolls 21.
Yeah.
And it jumps down on you. And you reach up your arm to try and block it yourself, and it jumps onto your arm and sinks its teeth into your arm for 2 points of piercing damage. We're going to roll initiative.
Okay.
The creature has rolled a 13.
I rolled 17.
Okay, so you are up next.
I think I'm going to charge up my gauntlet, my mittens of shockiness, and I will attempt to zap it with some lightning.
Okay, roll to attack.
Hopefully that hits on a 23.
That certainly hits. Yes, 23 definitely hits.
I literally, that dice just sat there and went from 4 to 1. So
1 point of, and just goes, and you just see the fur just go like static electricity going through it. It turns into this big fluffy ball.
Can I try and
get and mean eyes?
Can I try and get up and like how big is the pit? Can I like move away from it?
It was 10 feet worth of movement to climb out the last time, I believe.
I mean, at the moment, I'm kind of, if it's the same size as the last one, it was tiny and I am small. So if it's a 10 by 10 pit.
No, it was 10, sorry, it was 10 foot deep, which is double movement to climb. So it's 20 feet to get out.
Yeah. But I was on my back, so it's going to take me 15 to get up. So at the moment, I just want to get separate from it in the pit.
So you can start climbing and get almost out, but not quite.
Yeah. I think at the
just stand up.
I'm just going to stand up and sort of hopefully the pit is enough that I can be on one side and it can be on the other side, sort of thing.
Yeah, you can get away out of it, but it will get an attack of opportunity on you.
Because I zapped it with lightning.
Oh yes, so it doesn't get an attack of opportunity. It doesn't get reactions because it's shocking grasp. Oh, very clever. Okay, so yeah, you kind of just fling it off of your arm, scramble to your feet, and push yourself along the ground to the other side of the pit, and then kind of get to your feet.
Yes.
and like have the back of the pit to your wall on the other side of the pit. You see
Yeah,
this.
so basically I can get as far away
creature.
from it within the pit area.
Yeah, and it kind of like turns to its feet and kind of looks at you, and it's like. And it is the creature's turn.
I will also,
Oh.
as just a free, I will just shout for Robo de Zoom and Lynx and see if they want to come and help.
Okay.
You know, basically, I'm just going to shout because that's what their jobs are, and I've maybe misplaced them.
Is there?
There is literally no magical link to them at all.
There's no magical link to them at all, so they have to be able to be within
So
distance.
they
to
literally, I
take
have
orders.
to give them commands.
Okay. Right.
So it's whether or not they can hear me.
I said before that if Luck couldn't hear you, and she's got
Yeah,
an
that's
amazing
fine.
passive perception, and they probably
this
can't.
is Knickknack sort of trying some friends. He has no idea where they are
Okay.
at the moment.
Right. Roll the 16. So this thing's going to come running at you across the ground and jump at you and take another bite on your arm as you
I
pick yourself
will.
up for another 2 points of piercing damage.
I will shield that off if I can.
Okay, so yep, so it's a natural 16 for a 2 for +2 for 18.
So
yep,
shield
will
is
work.
21.
Okay, so you literally, it launches up, goes to bite you, you go, and it just goes and hits back down on the ground. Your turn.
Don't think I can count a cat thing as an object. Catapult it 60 foot into the
It's not an object, I'm afraid. No, it's a living creature.
What do you have on you? Catapult something.
Yeah. I'm gonna throw it my dinner. I'm gonna give it my squirrel.
Okay. You throw a squirrel at it.
Yeah. Well, to it.
Make me a animal handling check.
Squirrel?
I rolled a 16, so 15.
Okay. It looks down at the squirrel.
I can share. You can go and catch another one.
Kind of grabs at the squirrel and pulls it towards itself and kind of takes a few steps back. Tears into this squirrel.
And I'm going to take the opportunity that it's distracted to scramble out of this ditch.
Okay, please do. While the creature is temporarily distracted with its squirrel. Lovely bit of squirrel. Nobody get the reference? No? Okay, cool. Right.
No, I didn't, but now I'm just curious what squirrel tastes like.
There's a show called Friday Night Dinner. And the dad at the dinner table always makes the same joke. And the mum brings out dinner. Going, oh, lovely bit of squirrel. Yeah. So, yeah. Anyway. Pete might get it if he was here. I don't know. Right. I'll make jokes for myself now.
My apologies.
No, it's okay. My girlfriend would appreciate it.
You said lovely bit of squirrel, and then my brain went, actually, squirrel tastes nice. The fatness part of me was totally in a different direction.
I know someone that you could ask.
I know someone too, but I don't trust him.
So, Knickknack, you scramble out of the pit.
Yeah.
You can see the grove in the distance of the glowing silver ferns.
I'm gonna head to there with the glowy stuff and the light and the people because there's guards and things.
Okay. You run towards the grove, and as you emerge to the perimeter, As soon as you break from the tree line, you see 3 guards turn to you and go, "Don't move! Who's there?"
It's me, Knickknack.
You've returned.
Yeah?
Mara's going to want to speak to you.
I probably want to talk to them too.
Come with us to the barracks. Report in.
Okay.
Tell us what's happened.
Have you seen my little cat?
Your what?
Like, little crystal cat that flies around.
So
Flashes
some of
red
the
and
other
blue.
guards, the other guard kind of looks back and goes, "I don't know what he's talking about."
Just the one guard looks at the guard. The goblin had a cat.
No.
Okay. Maybe Liam will know, because that's who I sent him to.
Possibly. Tell you at the barracks. Follow us.
Okay.
See the 2 kind of just wait, and while the one turns, and they kind of wait for you to go before following you. Luck. Miss.
I
What
would
do you
just
do?
like to say I'm glad you're alive.
Well, there you
Now
were.
I don't have guilt. What?
Well, we don't see Knickknack.
No, no.
Yeah, okay.
Knickknack's over here in the grove,
My fault.
being led off by a few other guards.
I'm sure he'll
going
show up
towards
at
the
some
barracks.
point.
You are down here on the other side of the tree line, currently here. And you've been shouting between Liam and Mara and other guards on the perimeter. And they're asking you to come in and report at the barracks.
Liam, we have to get Knickknack. He fell behind.
We'll bring him through if he catches up.
He didn't want to go through the brambles, if I remember. He was a little behind. He's only little.
Fine.
He's got little legs.
I don't trust what's in the wood currently, but sure.
Never trust the woods.
You would know.
Shh.
Yeah.
Liam. Mara. There's so much to say. Okay.
Then let's do it underneath the roof, back in town where we are safe and secure.
Okay. Good point. Time skip.
So you heading into
Yeah.
town.
Time skip.
Okay, so as you make your way down and you make your way through the valley along here, some of the guard make their way down and follow along behind you. Mara's unit come along the top, down the hill here. Knickknack, you see Mara and a few other guards come out along from the bottom of the hill here as you approach out of the front of the tree line here, and they join you. And you hear Mara's voice shout over to you all across here, to Liam's unit. "We found the goblin! Came through the grove!"
Name is Knickknack. What's so difficult?
Liam looks back to
Go, he
you,
just
Luck.
got lost.
Why did you split up?
We saw something in the wood. And we ran.
Okay.
Look,
I'm
I
sure
had
Knickknack
enough dealing with shit. I just wanted to get back to town, and I wanted to get back safely. So ran.
Okay.
Who's going
Liam,
on?
have you got my cat?
What?
The
Lynx.
little robot thing.
Little flying
No.
crystal cat.
Okay,
No,
so the
no.
messages didn't make it. Oh God.
We sent them with a message. They flash red and blue.
No, I haven't seen such a
the
thing. The thing
cat-
that you had at the market, keeping an eye over for Doran.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
sent
Yes.
word with it, but apparently
Um,
he didn't make it.
No, I
I,
haven't seen.
Luke,
Yeah.
I may know if they've been destroyed? Because it's like one of the two things that I'm channeling magic to into.
They have not been destroyed.
Okay.
It's alive, it's just free.
Okay.
They have not been destroyed.
Cool. And when we get close, I'm going to go and stand next to the Zoom.
Okay. You all unit, all make it up to the bottom of the hill here, and you make it past the mill, and they walk you past the road, take a shortcut straight over this field
Can I
towards the
introduce
barracks.
one extra thing? Sorry.
Yep, go on.
I would like to stand on one side of Luck where I know there is light on the other side of Luck and see if I can see through her anymore.
No, you can't.
Just poke.
But you peer around, and at the top of the hill, on the edge of the forest, you do see a shimmering outline version of Luck staring out of the
What are you
forest.
doing up there? I'll say to Luck and point.
Luck, you turn around and you look up at the forest edge and you see nothing.
There's nothing there.
Well, like,
Just
there was a see-through one of you that led me through the woods and then into the trap that we fell into last time. And then that cat thing, but a meaner looking version, bit me and kept biting me and then stole my dinner. I caught a whole squirrel for dinner tonight. And
What you're saying to me right now is that you got attacked
yeah.
by a
by
gummy nose?
something that impersonated me, that made you fall into the trap.
Maybe. And then it was, you know, your cat thing that you raced through the woods.
Hmm.
Like if you put like a mean and angry filter on them, that's what it was, and it tried to eat me for dinner, but instead it ate my squirrel.
I see. Let's go to the barracks. We'll explain everything. Do you still have the head?
Corbin's, yeah. Nazum's got it.
Where's the Zoom?
Standing like
Nazum is following
right next
along
to me.
alongside you. At this point, you get to the entrance of the barracks. You get to the outer kind of barricade stone wall. You see there are a lot of torches that have been lit all the way around now. You see there are more guards that have taken post. You start to recognise some faces from throughout the town. There seems to have been an upsurge in volunteers. You see some more, now that the end of the summer harvest is finished, you see some of the more able-bodied workers of the fields that are stronger than some of the younger volunteers that you had a couple of days ago, where they were just the kids that had been pushed to go and do some work. Now you see some of the more able-bodied workers of the fields taking part in the role of guard after the events of last night. As you make your way through into the main entrance, Mara turns to you all and goes, "You can leave your weapons out here. Wasn't that used to be a dog?"
He got destroyed in the fight that we were in.
"Well, that can stay outside too."
Nazum? He's like one of us.
"Yeah, well, where is Nazum?"
Dead.
You said he went to the forest.
We buried him in the. He was buried in the forest. Oh God. Do we start from? Let's start from the beginning. Who's going on point?
We will start from the beginning When you are all inside, there are no weapons, and we will all sit down and talk this out, and you will tell us what happened.
I leave
Alright.
my bow and my arrows outside the front. I leave my knives hidden.
Okay. Make
Alright.
me a deception check. Okay. You too, Goblin. All your weapons, all your machinery, leave it out here. You see there's a large desk that's been laid out, and that Misk has laid down his weapons on. I'll be here for you all when you come out.
So
Nothing to go inside.
Knickknack starts sort of unclipping bits and putting things, and so I have the most ridiculous inventory. So I have a dagger and I have so this is like my proper dart. So like it doesn't work for anyone else, and it flies back to me.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think that's going to work because it comes
And
back.
if you throw it, put it
Yeah,
down.
I'm
Yeah,
not.
but I think he's full of shit.
Um,
Down, go back.
it comes back. And then I pull out a boomerang and I've got a Yukwa, whatever, YKLWA, whatever they are, because they
Yeah.
were a throwing weapon. They sounded good. I think it's kind of a clubby thing as well.
Yeah.
Like a boomerang.
I think it's kind of like the thing they had in Last of the Mohicans. It's that
Yeah.
clubby, axey thing.
Yeah.
Anyway, whatever. And then I go into the
Tomahawk?
dude's backpack and I pull out a crossbow and some crossbow bolts and some more daggers and some more daggers.
It piles
And,
up. This pile
and
starts
a
to
short
get bigger
sword.
and bigger.
Yeah, like literally, there's this massive pile of things. What about things
Just
that
keep coming out of the cloak.
yeah. What
He's as
about
bad as Ray.
what about things that like can poison people or burn holes in things? Are they okay?
No. Everything
Oh,
on the desk,
so
please.
vials of acid and machine oil and bag of the sort of caustic salt. Um, I've got sort of yeah. I have the most ridiculous bag of randomness. I think that's about me done.
Nara, what happened for you to be so on edge?
What happened was that in the span of a week, we lost 2 councillors. Our festival was attacked. Luckily, no more people died. And now I'm hearing very concerning reports. So if we can go inside, we will all sit down. We will all talk about this.
Okay.
Up to you.
Should get inside.
You can see that the entrance to the barracks now. There's a gate that has now been an iron gate that has been now closed. Now you've entered the courtyard of the barracks and has been locked behind you. You make your way inside. As you walk through the main entrance area, you see two corridors, one that goes off to the left, one that goes off to the right. The one that goes off to the left you know to be the barracks, where all the bunks are that some of you have stayed in previously. The one that goes off to the right you know goes off to jail cells. You're going further down a corridor inward, where there are some larger conference rooms. Luck, with your passive, as you pass the main entranceway, there is a row of where people hang up pegs of clothing and cloaks, and you have chests where people's belongings are put when they're taken to the cells. Hanging on one of those pegs, you recognize something. Can you make me a history check, please?
Sure. 11.
Okay, it wasn't that long ago. You notice the leather jacket / work apron of Doran hanging up on one of the pegs. You are led into a chamber. There is a large rectangular table. 6 guards enter the room with you. One takes up a post in each corner, and one stands in front of the door, and Mara sits on one side of the table. Take a seat, all of you.
She does.
Now, please tell us in your own words the events of last night.
To be slightly in metagaming, who has a higher persuasion? I think it might be me. Okay. If you wouldn't mind, Luke.
She's sitting there, she's awaiting what you all have to say.
Was waiting in the grove. We were looking at the big stone thing and making sure nobody turned up. And then we heard screaming, went to see what the fire was. Turns out it was a fire. Saw a bunch of people running into the woods, wearing all cloaks and banded up and stuff. Chased person into the woods. Fought person in the woods. Turns out it was Maris, the grain farmer guy. He's tied. They're tied up in the woods. Not a lot of them lived. Maris told us that we're in Grove Watch Bastion. Snuck into Grove Watch Bastion. Turns out there's no bandits.
Make me an insight check, and also make me a persuasion check.
I'm not finished speaking.
I know.
I just needed to breathe.
There's going to be a couple of things. So make me an insight and make me a persuasion. You can all make me an insight if you like.
Sure.
10 for insight, because insight's not my strongest.
18 for insight.
And my persuasion is 24, I think.
Shit.
Yeah, 24. No, 1 second.
What's
Yeah,
it?
persuasion, 24. I was doing math and then my brain had a bit of a glitch.
She does not appear to be surprised when you mention the information that there were guards. It was the guards at Grove Watch that there were no bandits.
Mara knows. Cool. Snuck in, saw Corbin. Corbin stabbed me, and they do this. Without no modesty to the thing, just goes, stabbed me. Was unconscious for a while because Corbin stabbed me. Look, stabbed Corbin. No, set Corbin on fire. Corbin blew up the dog, so now it's a rat because there wasn't enough left of the dog to make a dog. Before we went over to Grovewatch Bastion, we sent out Knickknack's cat thing. I'm not entirely sure how the mechanics work with a note, but apparently it didn't make it here. So it's not dead. So, had a nap, cleaned ourselves up, came out this way. Lost Knickknack part the way through. Knickknack, what happened?
I followed a ghost see-through luck into the grove and then fell in a pit and was trying to be eaten.
Do any
by
of us know what a displacer beast is?
No.
Weird magic cat?
Well, it was like your cat that you were playing with, but meaner.
Yeah. Like an angry gummy nose.
And it ate my squirrel.
Yeah. It
We
ate his
haven't
dinner.
got any dinner tonight.
Wasn't there for that part, so came here, saw the guards on the thing, signaled, got told to come here. Now an interrogation.
Corbin was a
It's called
traitor.
debrief.
And kind of racist.
True enough. More like xenophobe.
Yeah, true.
And she goes to grab Corbin's head, like, and throw it on the table.
Corbin.
Corbin's head is currently semi-pickled in healing grease because Knickknack's not quite sure how to treat.
You see some of the guards kind of like flinch a little
Corbin.
bit at this sight.
They figured if we got someone that knew the right magics, they could talk to him and ask him questions. Or at least I did.
The rest of them are at Grovewatch Bastion.
And
Like,
Alan
we couldn't
escaped.
carry them all.
Have you seen Alan? He escaped.
I love how you're just going with the idea that this guy's name is Alan.
I said a thing, now it's
I
canon.
have yet to confirm that.
I would have known his name.
I just like the idea that his name's Aiden and we're just like that close. Something like that.
Elaine.
I rolled a
Corbin-
persuasion of 24. What's everyone's faces look like? Am I going to get stabbed
Corbin.
again? Sorry.
That's all right. Corbin was indeed a traitor. However, I've received an alternative report from Aylin.
We were so close.
Aylin was one of the guards that went with Corbin.
Did they tell you what happened to Master Elrond?
Master Elrond was... He volunteered to go ahead. I'll get to that. Aylin's returned and reported that you arrived at Grovewatch Bastion. That you reported back to Corbin that Alistair had been killed. And then you attempted to tie up some loose ends, as it were. Aylin has reported that you and Corbin conspired together. You have been getting close to a lair recently to an understand the inner workings of the council, so that you know when best to strike. That you arranged the death of Garrick, and that when that failed, you arranged the death of Alistair.
I beg your fucking pardon.
I have
You
one thing to
reported
say.
back to Corbin. Over the last few days, when Corbin and Aylin and the rest of the guard went to Grove Watch, you hired your co-conspirators here. You brought them in to kill Alistair. You went to Grove Watch Bastion to report back to Corbin, but instead you thought it would be best to tie up loose ends, and you killed him.
Get the
Aylin claims
cleric.
that he never wanted to go along with Corbin, that he did not know what the plans were, that they were in pursuit of the bandits. And they set up at Grove Watch. And then you returned with all this information, and you had killed them all.
I have one thing to say. Is Aylin nearby?
No.
Ask him if he recognizes me.
What do you mean? If he recognizes you?
Ask him. Was I there?
I'm not sure what difference that would make. You have returned with luck. You went with luck.
True.
Surely you were there.
True.
You have just reported to me the entire story of your side of the events, claiming that you
Yeah.
were there.
He legged it before I turned up.
Aylin is claiming he legged it after you already murdered half of the guard, Corbin
No.
included.
Half. Not quite.
No.
What happened here, Mara, is that Ellie went inside pretending to be one of them. What happened
How?
after? Magic.
They all know each other.
Yeah.
I was
She
Maris
kind
at the
of
time.
sits up a little bit, and you see some of the guards get a little bit more on edge at the sound at the word of magic. They know that you're a magic user. They are currently unaware of the abilities of the others.
It wasn't. It's a magic trick.
Ellie can disguise themselves. But they did.
Most of my
I
kit's out there, actually.
I followed, pretending to be on Mary's side to see what was going on. I entered. And let me tell you that I was just as surprised as any of us here can be to hear that Corbin had cold-bloodedly murdered two of the most important people of this city, our city, because he thought that they weren't doing enough. That Alistair was an old fool that was just stuck in his way, too stubborn to see that others may come to take the throne, that they will come for all of us.
Luck, you would know that Aylin, this is a name that you have heard before, is Veila's partner.
Yeah. Should have killed Aylin.
Mara, if you don't trust me, get a cleric here and ask them to cast a spell called Zone of Truth. It forces anyone under the spell to tell the truth.
Priestess Elra has some divine gifts, but nothing capable of that. Very few do. Mara. Luck. I am torn here.
I mean, it's only second level. Zone of Truth is.
You're
How
torn.
low is that cleric? That's a shy cleric. Sorry.
I've been informed
Talk
by Aylin himself. You conspired to take Alistair, to take Garrick's place.
Why would I?
Exactly, why would you? Why would an Asimar walk the terrestrial earth, come to our town, stay here, and claim to want nothing more than a simple life?
Because stuff happened back home.
And yet, you've always whispered in Alaire's ear.
Because she knows what happened. Because I've told her what happened.
And she says what you think. And now you're one step closer to being on the council.
I don't want to be on the council. I don't want a place of power. I want a place when I can rest, when I can grieve
And
in
Doran?
peace.
What about Doran? You seem to be quite advocating against... quite quick in advocating against Garrick. His bird's been caught. Even so,
is
you
Teely?
claimed that it was to do with the vandalism against Veila. Teely has been captured.
Good.
Good.
Hopefully
And Doran
she's
has
not-
been brought in for questioning. However, he is not saying much.
Is he now?
No, he's keeping rather tight-lipped.
That's surprising. Veila knows why I'm here. Why I grieve. Why I'm the way I am. And the only thing that will tell you is that back home, because of political cahoots like this one, I lost someone that I loved very, very much.
How can we trust you when you won't even tell us where home is?
I can tell you, but I cannot tell everyone.
Where's the rat? Where's Nazum?
Dead.
Buried in the woods.
Oh yes, you said.
Near the
He liked the
bastion.
woods.
Len left that out. Is he waiting? Is this a trap?
No.
Is he coming in afterwards?
No. I buried him myself. And like she shows her
Make a
hands.
persuasion check.
Oh. Like she still has dirt under her nails.
Yep. So that can come from any place.
Can I do a thing as I was interjecting?
Do a thing?
Technically speaking, as per my class features, as a bonus action, I can give the help action.
Do you want to help me?
How would you help in this scenario?
I've literally been interjecting this entire time.
True. Okay. Yes. All right. Then.
Okay. Well, first roll was 19, so
It's why I just keep saying things. Be like,
yeah.
help.
First roll was 19. 19.
Well, I'm sorry he didn't make it back. And he could have faced justice for what you've done.
What I've done.
I'm going to report back to Veila. And she can decide who to believe. Her own husband? Or you?
Surely that's a conflict of interest.
You're telling me.
So you should put
Wait.
someone else in charge of like deciding. Maybe you should decide.
Mara.
Mm-hmm.
And she takes out a ring. Like, do you know what this symbol is?
No.
Give it to her. This is my
Excellent.
word. This is some kind of honor that I've left.
She takes the ring. You will all be staying in cells tonight. Until I can straighten this out with Veila and we can come to some kind of version of the truth. I'll speak once again with Aylin, as I'm sure Veila already has. Probably is not a surprise to let you know that she has made me captain of the guard in Corbin's stead. I will not let what has happened repeat itself. Justice will be served. Someone will be made responsible. Corbin has already received his justice. So will the rest of his co-conspirators. She gets up and she moves towards the exit of the room. You will each be shown to your jail cells. I would assume anybody attempting to flee, escape, well, that will be taken as immediate guilt. It will be in your best interest if you remain. She stands up and she heads towards the door. The rest of the guards some of them which were leaning back against the wall, kind of stand up straight. Have you any more? And they start. And Mara leaves the room. And Thomas steps forward. All your personal belongings will be kept. And they will be returned to you upon your release, if you should be released. In the meantime, you will hand over everything you have. You have beds. You will be fed. You will be kept comfortable. We are not barbaric. The people that commit crimes against Silverfern are people usually of Silverfern.
This was a terrible holiday destination.
Is this mean we're not getting paid?
Probably
Knickknack.
Not
Don't make
today. No. Follow me to your cells.
Mm.
Does anybody do anything other than what you've been instructed to do?
Glock is just going to keep the moon pendant, like around a wrist or neck, like somewhere she can have access to it.
You're going to have to try and conceal that if you want to take that in to the cell.
Ah,
They're going to be dicks about it.
are they?
You're being imprisoned. You're
Yeah.
being put in
They,
a jail
they
cell.
take
Do not-
jewelries and everything?
They take
Yeah,
everything.
they take everything.
Shit.
You walk, they take everything, even your clues, and they give you new clues.
You might be allowed here to keep your clothes, but that's about it. Everything else, and you're going to be checked. You're going to be searched. So,
Yeah.
if you're attempting to hide things, I need to know now.
I would like to see if I can take my notebook and pencil that has all my random drawings and stuff in that they gave me, my guard pencil book thing.
Okay. Make me a.
Oh, I'm not trying to hide it. I'm just
Just
saying.
asking nicely.
Okay.
It's a book.
It's a book and a pencil.
Kind of Thomas takes the book and he flicks through it and looks through each page.
And there's like all my random drawings on
Looks
like.
at the pencil and he kind of smashes it down on a stone and bluntens it a bit and hands it back to you.
I'm going to. Ellie,
Yes.
could you take off my necklace, please?
Sure. And I just, with one hand.
But like, as you do that, I'm going to keep your hand like firmly, like keep it, like get the message, keep it.
Okay. I would like to attempt to palm her necklace.
Okay. Make me a.
And then hide it.
I'm going to ask for a sleight of hand check so that the exchange of the necklace, and then I want to ask for a stealth to stow the necklace where it can't be found.
I have a question. Are we both
Yeah.
doing this together?
Yeah, I was going
Would
to
that
ask.
help me?
You can do it with advantage
Ooh,
if you're
'cause
both
sleight of hand
doing
isn't
it
actually my
together.
best thing.
Yeah.
Would be
You can
better
do it
than
with
what we know.
advantage because you're both doing it, so you're helping each other with this. But the stealth
20
is just you. 20. Okay.
for sleight of hand.
Okay.
Did you want me to roll twice?
No. Oh, sleight of hand. Are you rolling? Sorry, are you
I just
rolling
rolled
with?
sleight of hand. Do you want me
Did
to
you
do
just
both?
roll once, or do you need?
Well, I rolled advantage.
You
So
rolled
I
with
rolled-
advantage and you got 20.
Yeah. You want me to
Okay.
roll stealth and sleight of hand, was it?
No, I don't need you to roll stealth because Thomas rolled a natural 19 on his perception check.
Yeah, thought so.
Sorry. What's that?
Necklace.
It's out his hand.
I give him one with a crystal on it.
She gives him the wrong necklace.
The other.
Which one?
The other one. The one that you were just trying to give to him.
Give
It's
it to him.
confusing sometimes, isn't it?
Luck, please don't make this more difficult than it needs to be.
I said give it to him.
And I just did this, and they just.
Looks at it. Pulls a face, pops it. Opens up a chest. Starts putting all your things in the chest.
That was going to be my question. So do we see where our stuff goes?
Yeah, so you're at the corridor. So back at the main entrance hall, we said there was a corridor that goes off to the right-hand side down towards some cells. At the end of that corridor, you've got the pegs with all the clothing on, and then there's some chests.
He's
In one of those chests, your belongings are being put.
Is that chest within 60 foot of the cells?
You do not know yet.
Okay.
Thomas,
Yes,
may I make a last request?
you're not going to the gallows yet, but sure, why not?
There's something on the table outside. Would you put it in the chest for me?
All your belongings will be kept in the chest,
Thank you.
apart from the rat. That won't fit.
Is he
The rat
coming
will
with
sit in
me?
the stable. No, he cannot come in with you.
Perhaps he
is
can
a
just stand near the
mechanical
chest.
fucking thing. He is going in the stables, and he's staying there, tied up, until we know what's going on.
Not sure.
Thomas, are you really sure rope is going to be enough?
We might put some shackles on it. I don't know. Look at the damn thing. I haven't got a clue. I've never dealt with anything like that
You
before.
want me to come? I might need to
It was
come
a
with.
dog, and now it's a rat.
He's
Is Rob
coping
going
with-
to do? Do you want me to come with? Because like he won't listen to you.
Make a persuasion check.
Do you want to fight it, or do you want me to tell it nicely?
22.
If you can make it easier, then yes.
Okay. Have they found Mr. Righty?
No,
Mr. H.
no. Since the end of the race, you have not seen that hand.
Have you seen my crystal cat that flies around the place?
No, I haven't.
You might want to
Well,
find
keep an,
out too.
I will
It's
keep an
got
eye
the
out
left
for it.
one. Should flash red and blue.
Okay. Well, if it turns up, I'll make sure to return it.
Okay.
A letter, you say?
Yeah, the message that Luck sent to Liam to say, come and send reinforcements, we're being attacked and stuff.
You know that's evidence of your
Asking for backup.
innocence, right?
Yes.
If that letter was written before you went to Grove Watch,
Yeah,
Kind of why we sent it.
asking for help.
yeah.
Yes.
Yet I got stabbed.
How do we know that you didn't write it afterwards and it's just something that you're doing to... I don't know.
It's because I'm telling you and I don't really lie.
I mean, it wouldn't hurt your case, would it? If I find it, I'll let you know.
Okay.
And I will make sure Mara sees it. Right. Cells. Not you. You can wait. Gotta help me with the rat. So, he shows you down this corridor, which is only 10 feet long before you get to a row of cells of 4 on each side. And each cell is 10 feet by 10 feet. So from the end of the corridor to the other end of the corridor is 40 feet. So yes, the bottom chest is within 60 feet.
Okay.
Each of you is shown to a cell. You step inside. The doors are locked. They are classic jail cells where they are bars. There's no wall or door. It is cell bars, the gate. and Thomas takes you outside, Knickknack, where you see Nizam.
Okay.
Nizam. And he takes out a pair of manacles and some rope. And he looks over to another guard for assistance, and they wander over and they slowly approach. You're going to tell it not to resist?
I thought we were going to the stables.
Yes, but I would like to secure it first.
Okay. I don't think that's going to help because he kind of bites things.
Well, the stable is within the courtyard of the barracks. So it's just where you look over and there is a small stable with about 3 or 4 horses. And there is an enclosed area within that stable where there is hay, where there is a trough of water.
Nizam, do you want to go and sit in the stables and keep an eye on the horses, make sure they're okay?
Sits down inside the stable.
There you go. Just keep watch.
Right. Well, we're going to secure it anyway. It's not going to resist, right?
Do you want to just sit there and not like jump around because they might get a bit silly if they can't like do their thing. Basically, I'm telling it not to take the dodge action.
Okay, so it puts some manacles on its hands.
I just have
tie
visions
its
of that.
feet.
You know, in the Spider-Man where he's knocked into astral space with, and like the body is like sort of nope.
Automatic resist.
Yeah, just no.
Refuse.
Yeah. So they attempt to restrain Nizam, and then Thomas turns back to you and escorts you back inside. Takes you to a cell, closes the gate, and locks the door.
Is there a
Where-
cart inside?
There is there a what? Sorry.
A cart.
Cot. Bed.
Cot. Yes, there is a bed.
Luck is
There is a
good.
bed.
Just going to go take
It's
a nap.
a single bed. It's not the nicest bed in the world, but it's a bed. There is bedding. There is a pillow.
where
Take a
did
And there is
Do hear one thing before you go to sleep, and it's Misk practicing Thomas. Just in case.
where did Thomas
Just in the back of his head, just in the back going, help, he escaped. Just in Thomas's voice underneath his breath.
so you're all put into your cells. Are we doing anything?
Well, I'm pretty sure that being guards shouldn't be like getting locked up for doing our job.
I don't think they think we're not doing our job.
Well, they're just not very smart then.
Yes.
Do we need to go and like find links in the letter? Because Thomas said that's evidence to prove us innocent.
Can't you call that thing?
I can shout, but only if he hears me.
Ow.
Look. What are you doing?
Taking a nap. She's waiting, so she's taking a nap.
So you're just you lay down on the bed, and your
It's a bit
ears
small.
pick up on the stonework. Yes, the bed is a bit short for your stature. Your feet definitely hanging over the end, and along the stonework you hear.
Clever hand.
You kind of look up, like from the flat of your back, and look over, and you all see walking down the centre, in between the cells, between you, just see his hand crawling down the middle. and kind of just comes in between the bars, jumps up onto the bed, crawls along the top of your chest, looks at you, and then just
Starts wait.
Go to sleep, would you? And stay hidden. Oh, for the goddess' sake.
comes under the covers.
Yeah.
There's just a lamp
Which is worse.
right on top of you.
But she's sleeping on the side.
Okay, a lamp on top of you on your side, and it just moves a little bit on top of you. And you just see a little movement from the cover on top, just doing this.
Stop moving.
Stops. The night passes by, and morning rises. There is no external light in these cells. It's dingy, relatively dark. There's the low lamp light is maintained in the corridor. And you hear footsteps. And walking down the corridor, you see, dressed in a guard's uniform, Aylin, Veila's husband. Tall gentleman, rough brown hair, swept to one side, cleanly shaven, brown eyes, mid-30s. He walks down the corridor and looks between each cell.
Where did Master Aylin go?
Aylin, well, he was as useful as a bag of dicks. Tell you what, looks around. Corbin was worried he was going to ruin everything. We've dealt with all sorts before, but we've never dealt with such prolific magic users. A wizard? Well, that's something entirely different, something we didn't plan for. But he proved useless. On the journey to Grovewatch, he said he'd received a message and had to return urgently to Erendor on sudden business. Told us to apologize to the goblin Knickknack. For you to meet him there.
Okay, so you didn't kill him.
No, we didn't kill him.
That's all
I
right
don't
then.
think we could have, even if we wanted to.
Okay, I might not kill you now then.
You might not kill me.
Yeah,
This is
just
only
maybe.
going to. This is only going to end one way, Goblin. You see, I have Veila on my side. She's not going to send me to the gallows, no matter what she hears. No, all of you will pay for this. All of you will be where this ends. The strangers will be taken into a noose, and Silverfen will start again under new leadership. Veila's leadership. Mara's strong hand.
And I please use a goblin, a tinkering thing, and try and record that statement, 6 seconds worth of statement, into my book.
Using what tools?
I don't think it actually needs it. Imbue a tiny non-magical item with magical property of your choice. Up to 6 seconds
Tiny
of recorded
non-magical item.
the
Yeah.
book.
Okay. So you're going to magic. So using non-magical items.
To be honest, I think what it probably is more he's going to take notes of it and imbue it in there, sort of thing.
Yeah.
That makes sense?
And then the next time you manage to get access to your equipment, you can reanimate that magically into words.
I can basically play a 6-second recording of that.
It's
Okay,
how Scrap speaks.
brilliant.
Um,
I love
and
that.
then I'm going to really upset Luck
Okay.
because I'd like to cast Catapult on the pencil.
Have you got your focus
It is
though?
You don't
verbal
need
and
them,
somatic.
technically.
Don't have your focus. That's the thing.
I don't
You
need a
don't need them.
focus. It is verbal and somatic. It has no material component.
No, but don't you need your spellcasting focus?
That's
to cast
a
spells?
restriction Ray gave to himself.
It's
Mechanically, there isn't one.
yeah.
Okay.
The material is the needs the focus.
Okay, so you don't need a spellcasting focus to cast spells.
Unless they have a material component.
Just want to double check this.
Hang on. No, I might be wrong. I might be wrong.
Oh God, my D&D Beyond's updated to the 2024 place.
Yes, it's really annoying. Everything is now
2014.
legacy.
There we go.
You can switch
Found the
back.
Yeah, I found the 2014. Let me find the Artificer.
Um,
The Artificer has disappeared. Where the fuck's the Artificer?
well, through your
My
tool.
problem.
I must have a spell for casting focus, specifically or
Where
subcast
the fuck's the Artificer gone?
No. In hand, when you cast any spell with this spell casting, meaning that the spell has a material component when you cast it.
Okay, there's Artificer. Okay, lovely.
No, so yes, you are right. I do need a set of tools in hand.
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure you can use any set of tools that you're proficient with as your spell casting focus. But you need that then to cast spells. If I'm correct.
It's like if it has a material component, then you require the tools.
No,
It works like a
it's
spellcasting
not.
focus.
It actually says in hand when you cast any spell with this spellcasting feature, meaning that spells have an M component when you cast it.
Artificers have a weird restriction.
So yeah, I was reading the spells going, it just needs a verbal, it just needs a somatic, because that's what Catapult needs, and wasn't accounting for the M.
For the Artificer being stupid.
Spell casting, tools required. You produce your Artificer spell effects through your tools. You must have a spell casting focus, specifically thieves' tools or some kind of artisan tools, in hand when you cast any spell with the spell casting feature, meaning the spell has an M component when you cast it. You must be proficient with the tool to use it in this way. See chapter 5.
Yes, okay. No, that's my bad then. I did not realise that when I was
Hold
like,
up, meaning that the
good.
spell has in hand when you cast any spell with this spell casting feature, meaning the spell has an M component when you cast it. So
basically all of my spells have an M.
So
anyway.
does catapult require an M?
It doesn't normally, but I read that as it adds M to all of my spells. Is how I read that now.
Artificers.
Is normally
so all Artificer spells are essentially material component spells because you're using your tools to cast them.
Yes.
Okay.
I did not realise when I was coming up with this plan. So that's, in fact, it's just somatic for the...
After you gain the infuse item feature at level 2, you can also use any item bearing one of your infusions as a spell casting focus, but I don't believe you've got any of them with you, do you?
No, because my 2 infused... Well, to be honest, that was because one of the things, because we've taken a long rest, yes?
You will have taken a long rest at this point, yes, because this is the morning.
because I was actually planning on switching out some infusions, but I haven't yet, so don't worry about it. Because I was literally in the process of looking up cool level 1 spells that I could infuse into a spell wrought tattoo. That's cool. All right, we'll worry about that later.
So no, you're. So we're saying no. You're unable to do.
But I
that.
can record the thingy because that doesn't. That's an ability. It's not a spell.
You just can't cast catapult.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you can record the thing. You can't cast catapult. Okay. So there's no murdering of
Yet.
Aylin today.
Oh, my plan is to eventually.
Um.
Oh, he's back.
So sorry. Back into it. So Aylin turns to look.
She seemingly seems to be sleeping. I can hear you, you know.
Good. I know this. You will never see that side of Silverfern ever again.
Oh, please. And she gets up like... Aylin, let's be honest here. There are creatures that roam the woods currently. You have creatures that roam and are going to tear up young ones because they're not experimented enough.
Don't worry. You're going to be well trained.
I worry. Your little coup d'etat is going to be the last of this bloody town that I love, by the way.
This little coup d'etat, as you like to put it, is going to be what makes this town safer than ever.
Tyranny. It won't stand.
Now, the one thing I have came here for. Corbin took something of Veila's before he left. His insurance policy, he called it, just in case Veila decided he wasn't worth keeping around anymore. Took something of hers. An amulet.
An amulet.
Did you find it?
What did it look like?
He looks at you. With me a deception check.
She's not lying. She's just genuinely asking.
A crescent moon.
Crescent moon, you say?
Yes. No.
Ellie,
Yes.
did you find it?
I didn't find anything. I was too busy being asleep.
True enough.
I'm going to go look through your things there.
You might want to be careful. Some of mine is dangerous.
Oh, it's a good job you don't have it then, isn't it?
No. Just like poking around in it.
Some of that shit's genuinely acidic. I wouldn't.
Or anything that I might find useful for the town is now being cleaned by the town of Silverfern. I'll return that medallion back to Veila. And I'm sure she will be grateful to have it back to her. So,
It won't work, you know.
what won't work?
What you're describing to me seems to
Already
fit
worked.
in the stone.
What stone?
Oh, you don't know. Good.
Maybe you'd care to enlighten me.
Why would I tell you? You're going to destroy my town.
I'm not going to destroy your town. It is not your town.
It
It
is
is
my
my
town.
It's not.
I've lived
Never
here
was,
for
and it never
6
will.
years. 6 years of my life that I dedicated for this town to be better, to give Veila all the tools that she needs.
And she thanks you for your service.
Oh, please.
But
You
now
don't
you
even
are
know
no
what
longer required.
you don't even know what that stone does. You would need Asimar blood to even activate it. Activate it.
Are you talking about the stone in the grove?
Seems like it.
Veila has spent much time there. I do not ask her. She does not tell. If she wished to tell me, she would. She is blessed by our Lady Lenara.
Keep secrets from each other.
No, not secrets. We trust each other fully.
Does she
Complete
know
trust
what you
in a
are?
person does not mean that you need to tell them everything, because they trust that your actions would not hurt them.
So you would kill a child blessed by Lenara. Smart.
I would what?
You really don't know. Well, blow your chance. It's not my concern anymore.
Veila is going to restore this town to what it should be, what it once was.
It never lost anything. It was always perfect. It's a beautiful town. Those were
It is.
beautiful people, genuine people.
Well, that's up for debate. And most of them you killed. You killed more people than we did.
Didn't have a choice, really.
You were given one.
No. You know that
You turned
better
it
than
down.
anyone.
Corbin made you an offer.
Sitting on bloody bastard.
Sorry, Knickknack, are you recording those beats and pieces?
No, I've literally got the 6-second snippet of him sort of.
You can
broken
do
down.
it up to your intelligence modifier, I think.
I know I can do 5. I can do 5 of them.
So you can have 5 6-second bits.
Yeah, that's why I'm asking. So are you like taking several moments or just one? Or
Recording the confession.
Yeah! Yeah!
Oh, this is great. I didn't see this coming, but I'm so glad it's happening.
Well,
Up to about
it
30
depends.
seconds.
So, Luke, it would depend because it says I can invest a spark of magic into mundane objects. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, can I invest more than one instance into the same object, or by investing the first one, is it not a mundane object anymore?
I would
Me.
say,
Just tear out a page. There you got more
because I would say, but so that you don't have to tear each individual page out, because of the nature of this item being a book, and it's just so much cooler, the idea that you're turning this book into essentially a cassette tape. I'm fine with all 5 being sunken to the
Okay,
floor.
which that does mean that the lock stops talking at people at the windmill. Lynx doesn't flash red and blue anymore, and I can't remember what the other 2 were. Oh no, the other one was, I think, something for Mist, but I can't remember what.
Yeah. It was a flower.
So yeah, so I if I can, I will record more of the
It was
confession.
like a little statuette of a
Yeah,
flower
the
that
little
made
conversation
birdsong.
that infers guilt upon Aylin because he thinks he's alone.
Yeah. So I'm
Does he
busy.
Okay.
talk for at least a minute?
I can get 30 seconds.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
So
enough.
I will suggest, I will say that you have picked out the most vital 30 seconds of that conversation.
Yeah.
Little bits of it, the beginning and the most recent.
Also, I would like to say, as a bitter thing to everyone at the table, I can do his voice if he talks for more than a minute, so he's one of my things.
Mm.
So you could just say whatever you wanted in his voice, have him record
Don't
it.
tell us that, because
Everyone knows I'm brilliant at impressions.
Oh my! You could pretend anybody said anything, and just you could do the impression. He could record it, and yep, such and such
Yeah.
said this. Just be like, I fucking didn't know.
I fucking didn't know.
You can literally, absolutely, just stitch people up here. But luckily, this time around, it's actually going to be in your favour.
Luke.
Well, eventually.
Fairy.
Yep. Cool.
do you know where my crystal cat went?
He smirks a little.
He shot the cat.
You've tied down the cat, I take. When did you even have time to do that?
I didn't.
You didn't?
No, I was with you at the Grove.
The Grove.
Not the Grove, the Grove Watch Bastion.
Oh, that Grove.
I didn't intercept it. Somebody else did. Lucky for us.
Maybe. Either way, you are going to kill an Asimal blessed by Lunara and blew your shot with the amulet, I take. So you're
If
lost.
you're blessed by Lunar,
She glows. Mm.
I don't glow.
You
Okay.
You glowed so much one dude set on fire.
Okay, maybe that one side was glow, but I don't glow.
the powers of your people are nothing but a relic of something great from a age long ago.
Hmm.
You are
Kill
nothing more
Corbin.
than just a fossil, a remnant of what once was. Your powers mean nothing.
Powers mean everything to you, it seems. I have power
There's
in
the
my
power
blood.
you are given, and then there's the power that you take.
And the one that you have in blood certainly can pass on. That's how sorcerers are born most of the time.
Your people are so arrogant.
No, blatantly telling the truth here. It's not my fault you don't know magic for shit.
No wonder Luna has blessed somewhere like Silverfang, somewhere outside of one of your cities. She sees the feelings of your people. That's why you're diminished. That's why the Isama are no longer the great divine warriors that they once were.
Yeah, they lost their way. Tell me
Sit in
about
your
it.
cities and you argue amongst yourselves while the rest of the world just continues on.
Why do you think I left? I come from a city of an arrogant prick that just values more what they could gain from comploting against each other than just helping people.
At least we can agree on something.
As for that, believe me, if the city could fall, I would make them fall.
Go for what you wish for. Well, this conversation's been rather charming.
Mm.
I'll go and clean what's ours. Have a rifle through things and see what I like.
Are we getting breakfast anytime soon?
I'm sure somebody will be along to feed you. Enjoy it. It might be the last one you have.
You
Turns
go
around
on.
and starts to walk away.
I'm going to look at the end and lean down to it, say, get the moon pendant from the chest.
Fucking knives.
And send the end.
Are there any windows in these
Kind
cells?
of flattens himself on the floor and kind of does the trying to be like stealthy.
Stealth hand.
Stealth hand. And he follows Aylin along towards the end of the corridor. You hear the chest open, and you hear Aylin rummaging through it. I'll drop my dice on the floor.
Is there something I can do here? Because I did.
So, dice roll natural 15 for the hand's stealth. The hand. Where did you put the hand stats? Where did this be? Why can't I find it? It's called a clawing hand, isn't it?
Crawling claw.
Crawling claw.
Luke, are there any windows in the cells? I'm assuming they're barred, but are there
There
actually?
are no windows.
Okay.
Okay, so does it have any bonuses to stealth? No. So 15 plus 2. So plus 2, because it's a dexterity thing. So that's a 17. So next we're going to roll for Aylin's perception. See if he sees the hand. That's a 7. So no, he does not see the hand. Now we're going to see if the hand can get the claw. If the hand can get the medallion before Aylin rolls sleight of hand, which is quite apt considering it's just a hand. That is a 7 plus 2 for a total of 9.
Mm.
I'm going to roll for Aylin. That is a natural 2. So the hand manages to get the amulet without being seen by Aylin. So the hand crawls in so he lifts open the chest and starts rummaging through it. And while he's looking at one end, the hand kind of slips in the other end and starts rummaging around, swimming through all the items that are inside the chest, like guard cloaks and bits of clothing of yours and all your different bits. And it manages to grab hold of the medallion and flop its way out of the chest and hide behind the chest. Also manages to stab itself on one of Misk's knives. And as it comes back down the corridor, not only wrapped around 3 of its fingers is the medallion dragging, stabbed into the side of the hand as it's walking around is one of Misk's daggers.
Was it the good ones?
Remind me about the good ones.
I have a pair of silver daggers.
It's one of the silver daggers.
Yes.
And it comes crawling back. First, it goes past your cell door, and you can reach through and you pull the dagger out. And then it makes its way back to Luck with the medallion wrapped around its hand.
Yeah. Taking the medallion, like checking on the hand, like, you don't look good.
I'm sure it'll heal.
And you hear an aggressive slam down of the lid of the chest.
Right back to sleep.
And you hear footsteps up the corridor once again. Where did
Look,
you
give it me.
put it? Where have you hidden it?
Ellie, Jack, you're going to say something?
I says, give it quick.
Bit late.
Get him in here with me. I am armed, and he can get in the fucking cell.
Where did you hide it?
Leave me the fuck
He leans
alone.
up against Luck's bars, and he's like up against the bars.
Leave me the fuck alone, would you, traitor?
They will die in this cell.
Sure, whatever floats your boat.
Well, maybe Allaire will be next.
Who?
Allaire.
Sorry, Luke.
She
Allaire.
genuinely can't hear.
And why would you attack Alaire?
If you don't tell me what you did with the amulet, then Allaire might have to pay for it.
Why do you even need the amulet?
I don't. Veila does.
Well, then why would anyone give it to you?
Simple choice. Give me back the amulet. Tell me where I can find it. Or Allaire dies next.
Knickknack, re-record.
If I do, I lose earlier chunks of it.
I know, but that one's worse. Come on.
At this one that's not the least important one.
Probably it's the oldest first.
Yeah, all this. Yeah, true.
I mean, we need the first one.
Yeah.
We do kind of need the first one. Never mind.
Look,
My apologies.
If you want a moon pendant, why don't you go look in the chest?
There. So what did you do with it? Where did you
Wasn't-
hide it?
It wasn't there.
I think you want to look in Robo Nazum's belly.
Belly?
What?
What? Why would you put it in the belly?
Comes over to Knickknack. Knickknack's cell.
That's a good point. What if what if Nazoom nicked it and it's just buried in the woods?
Oh,
Fuck!
great. Looks really great thinking. Just fucking great.
What do you mean?
We buried Nazoom in the woods. I never
Oh.
checked what he had on him.
The rat had it.
Odds are none of us have got it. We
And you
buried the rat in the
buried him.
woods.
Where did you bury him?
In the woods. Near the.
Where?
I don't
Tell
know.
me.
I don't live here. Next to a
It's
tree.
a fucking
Look,
Anyone else ever seen that
where
advert?
did you bury the rat?
Next to a
In the
tree.
woods.
There are...
near the battlefield.
Nah,
It's just
this is
easy.
worse.
It's
Go
just
to a
easy
tree,
spot.
dig it up. Bug it. I'm pretty sure it was an ash tree.
Ellie, don't be a smart ass, would you?
But it's so fun
It's
though.
near the battlefield.
It is a big forest.
God Lord. Near the Grove Watch Bastion.
Takes out a piece of parchment, rolls it out. Starts scrawling on a stool. And there's a small map of Grove Watch. And then the surrounding area around it. North, south, east, west. Back on there. Where did you bury the rat?
Oh, give me that. I can see.
Pushes it through the bars.
Which way is the entrance?
Like an end
The
of the
south
north.
part.
Which way? Is it this one here?
Points
or
at it. There.
Here? Okay. So. No, that's the other way. I don't. How do you want me to show you if I don't think he has
I
something?
want you to
mark?
mark on that map where you buried him.
I don't have a pen.
I literally pushed a pencil through with the map.
Go on, you know you want to.
Stab him with the pencil.
No. How much? How much is 20 yard again? Hey, I'm
So,
good in politics. I'm not good in math.
Can I have a look at the map?
Yeah.
If you look at the map, I would look at it and be like, that's completely out of proportion. That one needs to be a lot longer.
Just looks at shit map.
Look, go there, and there's might be some hoof kind of thing like rumble where I digged. So you will see it.
You, goblin,
Yeah?
you're going to command your pet to accompany me and dig up the body of the rat.
Okay.
Aren't you too
Mhm.
far away from that?
I can shout. I don't know
Well,
if you
here.
can hear me from here.
Comes over, he takes out some keys from behind him. Unlocks Knickknack's gate. You are coming with me. You're going to
Okay.
instruct your pet to show me where the rat is buried. He's going to come and dig him up with me and return back with me.
Okay.
Are we clear?
I understand what you're saying. Let's go. And I'm going to start walking down the corridor.
And luck if I don't find this medallion. Well, you better hope I do, for Allah's sake. Walks outside with Knickknack.
Is there
Into-
anyone else around?
There are a few guards, yeah, here and there. Quite a few, actually.
Is there like a communal mess pot type thing?
Not within. No, not in the immediate vicinity. No, that would be in the main barracks area. This is outside. Where you see a lot of training dummies. You see
Well, yeah,
crates,
we're going to be wandering through. Effectively,
stables. And...
I am proficient in a lot of tools. I just like the idea of killing him with a ladle.
Need I remind you, if you kill him, you're not helping prove your innocence in this matter.
Yeah.
But if you want to, you can.
I basically the tool working things I'm proficient in is cooking, jeweling, leatherworking, smiths, thieves, and tinkers. So anything that might fulfill those criteria.
Mate, you're going to walk. So the stables will definitely have some kind of smithing farrier's tools for redoing horseshoes, which I would say you would be proficient in. Yes.
So yes, I will be looking for anything that I might be able to sort of grab on the way.
Yeah, well, you can. Once you get to the stables, there's certainly plenty of things around that you could, but he's keeping an eye on you.
That's fine.
Just grabs a hammer.
I just really wanted to like sort of fish a ladle out of the thing and start zapping him with a ladle.
There is a ladle in the water trough.
Yes. Let's kill Alan with a ladle.
So I'm seeing a problem with your like logic that the Robo Nazoom can dig up Nazoom because
You
I only
instruct your thing to show me where the rat was buried.
okay. Is anyone else in the place paying any attention to us?
Give me a perception check.
8.
I'm
not very perceptive. I'm just sort of, I'm very good at pissing people off. And
you don't think so, no? You think, no, you don't think so.
Okay.
Everybody's going around the daily business.
So, Nazoom, this guy wants you to follow him, take him back to the castle where we built you, and show him where we dug down and buried Nazoom. Okay? And then bring him back. I will point out that I don't know where Nazoom was buried, and I was building Robo Nazoom when that happened.
Yeah, he doesn't know that.
Robo Nazoom has no idea where Nazoom was buried.
Aylin doesn't know that, though.
This is why I started trying to explain, and he got upset.
Aylin had already run away at this point. He assumes you would know.
It just says he follows my commands.
So he's going to attempt. He's going to try.
He's doing his best.
With an intelligence of, I think, 6.
What happens if you ask it to do something it doesn't know?
Well, there is that. So, for a start, his intelligence is 4.
He's stupid.
His wisdom is 10.
This isn't going well.
And
that's the problem. Yeah.
It obeys my commands. Do they have to be verbal? Do I have to kind of program him for this?
Effectively, that's the way I always ride it. But it's very loosey-goosey.
What are you attempting to do in regards to, do they have to be verbal?
Well, to be honest, I can just switch languages and start telling it in Goblin if you.
Get him to the woods, stab him in the woods, bury him next to Nazoom.
um, yeah. So he wants you to go out there, take him back to the castle where you got made, and then dig up Nazoom, and then bring him back here. Did you get that? And I'll start trying to unbuckle. I'll start undoing the ropes and things.
Kind of looks as much as a robotic vacant rat's face can be. It looks confused. But yeah,
I can just imagine it in
it's
Robert
like,
Nazoom's head. It's going, "What the fuck is a Nazoom?"
just like.
Anything else you want me to tell him?
That it is not to harm me in any way. And that it is to follow my commands should it be necessary.
It doesn't work like that. He'll follow around and follow you around, but he kind of does what I say. I can come with if you want.
Well, I guess you're coming with then.
Okay. It's a long way. Are we going to get some like breakfast and stuff first?
You can have your breakfast back in your cell with your friends. I will come for you when I'm ready.
Okay.
I'm going to go and prepare for the journey.
All right.
It can stay here for now.
Okay, cool. I'll carry on untying the Zoom.
No, leave it there. I will collect it later.
Okay.
It seems that I must bring you with.
I'm good company. I cook really well.
Back to your cell now.
Yes.
Okay. See you later, the Zoom. And I would like to try and distract him with like sort of looking back at the robot to maybe like sort of
Make
hand.
a
Sleight of
Cause
hand?
chaos.
no. Sleight of hand would be something that you'd be trying to do while he's distracted. You're trying to distract him.
Oh,
So
okay.
to
Yeah.
distract
Yeah.
him-
I was trying to distract him over there and then lift
Yeah.
up
So
this
to
one.
distract, I'm going
Performance?
to need a performance check. Yeah.
5.
Just
I
pulls her
rolled,
face and is just like,
I rolled a 2.
get in your cell now.
Okay, let's go. Lead on.
Good. Don't want any more trouble from you. Oh, he kind of rubs his temples in frustration, thinking what was meant to be a really simple afternoon of coming, getting the amulet, taking it back to his love. But no, none of you appear to have it, and apparently it's been buried with a dead rat back at the scene of the crime. At least that's what he believes.
Yeah, what if shit? What if I buried it with the Zoom?
Did not.
No, he didn't. But that's just Miss going, "Get the fuck out of here, quick! I'm gonna send this guy on a wild goose chase." Good fairies. Fuck this
He
guy.
escorts Knickknack back to his cell. He locks Knickknack back in his cell and looks at you all one more distinctly, almost disgusted look one more time before turning away and leaving. And you are all again once left on your own. Breakfast is served on trays to you and slid through the bars towards you. And
I
then
still
you're
have the
once
drawing
again
in the
left-
pen, by the way.
Yes, you do.
Who
Give it here,
brings
I'm
me
gonna-
breakfast?
I'm just one of the young guards is taken,
Um,
instructed to go on breakfast duty and give you breakfast and not engage.
Look, who do you think is the best person to sort of tell about him? Not this guy, the other one that was just here.
Well, if you have something, give it to Mara.
Excuse me, could you go and get Mara, please?
I'm not. I'm not meant to listen to you.
It's okay.
But you're not. You're going to go and get Mara, and she's going to come and listen to us. Because she's like the captain now, isn't she?
Well, Mara's busy. She's not here for your beck and call. You're prisoners.
What if we've got evidence to say that we're not guilty?
Then Mara might need that.
Exactly. So, like, maybe you should go and get her.
Or Leon.
Okay.
Liam is fabulous. I do like Liam.
He is.
I'll go and tell her to come here.
Thank you.
Right.
Have a nice day.
Liam.
Just have a nice day. Just the most nicest prisoner.
Just like
Um,
like unnervingly nice.
I am then going to have a look around our little corridor bit and see if, like, we are like alone.
You are alone.
So I may have recorded some of what he was saying when he was gloating a lot.
You did.
Yeah.
Did.
Fantastic.
Can
So
we add more?
he also wants me to take Robo the Zoom to dig him up.
So you have to get Mara here fast. Or Leon.
Well, I'm going with him.
What did you
Can I
record? How did you record it?
Because I'm just that awesome. I'm like naturally gifted with magic-y stuff, and my understanding of things is like way higher than a lot of people's. And I kind of make stuff up as I go along. And I'll press one of the pages and it will do a little 6-second snippet of
I am a bad man.
Evil plan.
Evil plot. Monologue.
Yeah.
Ha, 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 ha.
If I open the book, will it play if I open it? Or do you have to open it?
I think now it's infused. Anyone that touches the thing triggers it.
Okay.
I will just double check though.
Do they have to be within a certain distance of you, or do they deactivate after a certain distance?
Whenever tapped by a creature, the object emits the recorded message that can be heard up to 10 feet away.
10 feet. That's
Real loud.
that's quite loud. That's like Teleon, quite loud.
It's how Scrap speaks in my world. I just pre-program phrases into him. Just be like, talk.
Yeah, it's just like one on each page.
Okay. If you're going to go, can you hand the book to one of us?
Yeah. Well, I was hoping that Mara was going to come and listen now.
Yeah, but just in case.
Yeah. Okay. Who's on my side of the cells? Because if it's 2 and 2.
That's a good
So,
point. Are we like next to each other? Is like
Luck and Knickknack are on one side. Isk is on the other.
Okay.
Come on. Give
So
me.
I'll go book through the bar.
Take the book. Feel like the very detailed plan that Aylin so generously made. Very generous to make a very detailed plan of the area that he was in. Put it in. Keep the book with me.
Okay. I think we're going to leave it there for this evening.
please no.
No!
No.
No!
Refuse.
So with
No.
evidence gathered
No.
against Aylin, against yourselves, the persecuted,
Not listening.
being conspirators.
No! Come on!
Um,
Oh, I'm going to be so frustrated until next week. Okay.
Oh, yeah, I ain't gonna sleep.
Currently locked away in your cells with the one thing that Aylin looks for the evidence against him. And Veila, considering the facts, you are left in your cells to your thoughts. And you hear a voice echo from a cell at the end of the corridor.
Okay.
Doran. He's in here with us.
Please tell me we're going to take that bastard down.
Doran?
And we're going to leave it there for tonight.
Oh. I don't want to.
What we're doing?
I
That is
don't
what we're
want
doing.
to.
Oh, I know that's what you don't want to, but that's what we're going to do.
Whatever workmate had that party is now on my official shit list.
Whatever
Work friend had that party's on my official shit list.
because it's meant that D&D is a bit shorter this week.
If you're watching, don't like you.
Where's the stop share?
You've stopped share.
Have I stopped the screen share? Okay,
Yeah.
cool. Right. I cannot stop the recording.
I'm so frustrated.
On this side? Can I stop the recording? No, I can't
So
stop the
you said
recording.
when you accidentally missed the meeting.
Shall we see what the summary has to say?
Yeah, go on.
So stop summary. AI companion. Where do I find the rest of the summary?
So I thought it was AI companion, ask meeting questions, and then catch me up was what I do to get
Catch
it.
me up. So I started the summary, I've stopped the summary, and now I'm doing catch me up. The AI companion is working. Here's a concise summary of the meeting so far. The party members have been imprisoned in cells at the barracks after being accused of conspiring against the town. Aylin, Veila's husband, interrogated Aylin. Veila's husband interrogated them about the missing moon amulet. Knickknack secretly recorded incriminating statements from Aylin using a magical ability. The group managed to retrieve the amulet using Luck's magical hand. They are now planning to present evidence of their innocence to Mara, the new captain of the guard. Knickknack is set to go on a mission with Aylin to supposedly dig up a buried rat containing the amulet. At the end, they hear Doran's voice from another cell indicating he is also imprisoned nearby. Okay, it was a lot better this week.
Scary.
It's a good one.
Good. I thought the different places the amulet were would get it, but it didn't.
To be honest, I was actually sending him to go and mess with Robo Zoom.
I'm so stressed because I have to play a character that is so good with their words, with politics and everything, and I'm shitting myself for saying something bad every time.
Be fine. It's all good.
Oh my god. I like to think I'm doing a good job for now.
You are. You're doing a good job. You're doing
just...
a great job. It's
Until you led me into
fun.
that trap and tried to get me eaten, I wasn't a fan of it.
I loved the fact that, so like last week you got to meet the cute one. Like it was a toss up on which one you got to meet first.
Oh god.
Because there's a cute one and then there's a not so cute one of the same creature. Like
Is it a displacer beast or is it a similar
No,
thing?
it's
Just
No,
like
it's
a
some sort of
fairy?
fairy.
Oh, it's a fae thing.
Displacer beast, like bloody panther looking things.
Yeah, but no,
Don't-
it's not
They
a
can make
displacer beast at
illusion.
all.
No, displacer beasts in the canon were made by the Winter Fae. They just don't count as
True.
Fae.
Let me find the. Oh,
They're
I'm
like
trying to find-
the Winter Fae version of Blink Dogs.
Yeah.
I don't know. He was lucky that I need a material thing.
I mean, we could have just killed him, put him in the prison cell, and I could have just been Aylin.
1 second.
Are you cutting and are you copying and pasting it into the?
Just trying to find the picture for you.
Did you copy the
Oh.
thingy and paste that across
The recap, Luke.
the recap?
Yes, I'll put it in recap.
Because it is very scary that it does stuff to that degree.
Oh
It
no,
is
it's
weird.
terrifying.
I don't like it.
Okay, so da 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 da. So I'm uploading the pictures. Bear with me. Oh no, don't want that. Bear with me. I'll send you the pictures. Just give me a second.
Where are they uploaded to?
I'm assuming Discord.
Mm.
I'm going to be putting them in the Discord. Yeah.
Oh. Mm.
Are they related? It's like the mom. Or are they just different creatures?
They are related. In a way, yeah. Right. Got the actual image. There we go.
Also, I've noticed the catch me up only happens when you press the button. Because what you read out's different to what comes up when I press it. It's like a little different every time.
Well, I've asked it for I asked it to do the summary.
I know, but when I do it, it's a little different. The words are a
I
little
think the
different.
catch you up will just keep evolving as we keep talking.
Look, if
The
it's
catch you
different
up-
for you guys, think that it's in French for me.
Okay, there you go. Seraphina art. There are the two creatures.
Baby.
See, I like the meme one more.
The cute babies. The kitties. The fake kitties. Oh, it's really a shame like I couldn't keep the little one. Oh well. Oh.
Yeah.
I mean, technically, I can speak gummy nose now. Luke.
Yeah, one's called a rummy nose and one's called a gummy nose.
Luke.
What do you mean you can technically speak that now?
Well, it says any creature you can copy if they speak for more than a minute.
But it
And
doesn't
it says
speak.
the noises.
Yeah, but it doesn't speak a language. It's
No,
not a
I can just
language.
make gummy nose noises now.
Yeah, but it's not technically a language. So communicating with them, they can still understand your languages.
Yeah, I could just like the idea of me just making the gummy nose noise, like the gummy nose play noise, and then the gummy nose going, "The fuck?"
Yeah, but you don't know what you're saying when you actually say it like that. But yeah,
Yeah, it's like perfectly meowing
like
at
a
a cat,
person meowing at a cat. Yeah, exactly. That's
but like
exactly what
you
it is.
get it just right,
Yeah,
and the
it's
cat
just like,
goes,
that
"Did
sounds
that fucking
like-
human just meow?"
Right. Thanks very much, guys. Cheers for playing. Starting later today. I hope you've enjoyed where it's going.
Yeah.
We're hoping to have Pete with us next week, but we will see. Again, no pressure on him.
Yeah.
If he does,
No.
he does. If he doesn't, he doesn't.
He does too much already. I worry for that man.
We all worry for
We
him.
get him to sit still for a couple of hours.
No, I think
We just can't make him laugh too much. Everybody's got to be really boring next week.
No, what we need to do is games is it's still long enough, but I think that to happen, we'd have to ask Bean to tie him up because that man doesn't seem to stop.
Put some chains on his feet, tie him down. Um, right, okie dokie.
Cool.
I'm going to get off because I've got
See ya.
work in 8 hours. And I will see you all next week. Have a really good week. Hope you're all well. As soon as I know about D&D in a cave,
Just
I'll
pop
let
it
you know.
in the message.
I will pressure them to give me an answer.
Jack.
To be honest, I think John still was looking at coming over, and if we get Pete and Bean, that's at least 4 on the table.
Who's going to DM?
We
got that far yet.
Pete and I were discussing this and suggested that Bean should.
Oh,
Bean not heard this plan yet, and I'm not sure she'll go
Die.
for it.
she
I want
DM'd
to
before.
come.
Bean tried to DM for us one of the Troika games at one point, and I think Pete and I scared her. Because we just started riffing off each other and it just went.
Yeah, I know that feeling.
My
Awesome.
But
apologies.
I mean, we can
apologise
play
at
it
all.
by
You
ear,
guys
'cause
are awesome. I
I
really
think
like where this
it's
has
like
gone.
3.5 hours at a table, so
I was half expecting him to die. The fact that you've managed to get a confession on tape is brilliant.
You was half expecting what?
I was half expecting him to die and for one of you to attempt to kill him in some kind of way, but
No.
well, I did, but I hadn't read my class.
no witnesses.
Oh, I wasn't worried about the witnesses.
Did you pick up that ladle, by the way? Oh no, performance check failed. Never mind.
I've now seen the hand thing, so I can send that to go and get something. Because that works too.
Got your little. As long as he passes his stealth check, otherwise he's very stompable. Right. See you
I
next
have
week.
to ask though.
Go on.
Do you think we have a chance to pass the trial?
I mean, you've got evidence.
But
Got evidence.
are you sleeping with the judge?
That's the problem. The person who holds your fate in their hands.
The other person is sleeping with the judge.
How much do you trust Veila to make the right decision?
I trust her really good. Look, if Flock have told her about her past in details, because she has, she really trusts her. She have given her details. She spent hours crying of her grief with Veila, how she was telling details and everything.
If I kill and
I
become
thought
Aylin,
it
I'm gonna
was
have
a
to break
lair
up
that
with
you
Veila.
told, not Veila.
Mm.
I thought it was a lair that you'd told, not Veila.
Oh yeah, the
They're
two
too
names
similar.
are just so
Yeah.
similar.
A lair
I get them
is the
mixed
other
up.
counsellor. Veila is the half-elven counsellor. Aylin is now Veila's partner that you have now met. Garrick was the deputy counsellor, who is now Veila, who is now the deputy counsellor. And Alistair Cladd was the chairman of the council, who is now dead. So now Veila has gone from inheriting deputy to inheriting chairman.
Right. If we get in the woods, Elaine's not going to get back out of the woods.
And Aylin,
Yeah.
call him Alan. I'm sorry, I couldn't call him Alan. It needed to be
I
Aylin.
know.
It needed to be fantasy-esque.
I was like, what's the character you haven't met yet? Oh, you haven't met Veila's husband. Okay, let's just change his name to Aylin so it fits the A.
Yes,
Right.
good fun, but I need to go as well, so.
Yeah, not a problem. See you later, gang. Thanks very
Bye.
much. Have a good
Jack.
week. Chatting.
Yes.
Tomorrow chat.
Discord and everything.
For a
See
little
you
while.
later.
Yeah. Because I'm
Only
going
for
to
a
need to
little
blow
while.
some steam.
Have you just have I wound you up, have I?
Both on us.
I'm so frustrated right now.
Why are you frustrated?
I wanted to play more. It was
Because-
just getting to the.
We're both autistic as shit, and we don't like
Getting
it when things aren't
juicy.
finished.
Getting juicy. Yeah, but that's the best bit, isn't it? Always leave them wanting more. Right.
I don't know if it's a good frustration or bad frustration.
It's a good frustration. It's a good frustration.
I don't know. It's just.
Of course,
wanna
you
keep
say
playing?
that. You're in
It's good.
charge.
Yeah, I know, it's
Yeah.
great.
It's not a good
Right.
feeling. I'm not
I
going
want
to be able to
continue playing
sleep.
as well, but it's also midnight and I've got to be up to go to work at
It's
8
1
a.m.
a.m. for me.
Yeah, I know. But yeah. At some point I need to sleep and go to work. So
Yeah.
Trust you for having responsibilities.
I know, right? I wish I could play D&D all the time. But at some point I need to prep and work and earn money to live.
Yes, that's the trouble. You have a job, so you can buy D&D books.
Exactly.
And
And I've just been given access to the PHP today as well for the new one. So I'm going to create a new updated Arden and see what it looks like. Right.
Does that mean I might be able to make a new and updated, like,
It's down to
Misk?
whether Pete is happy to
Yeah,
introduce
but you're in charge.
the new
I said
system or not.
Misk.